And if you're typically working in a regulated entity, and I'm sure Anand will agree on this from a Deutsche Bank perspective, any of us who are on the private banking side and those kind of fiduciary responsibility, you have the traditional things to look at: AML, CFT, cross-border governance. So all of these you do not have ready answers, or at least it's not easily established procedures that you can adapt to the digital asset world. So these pose a certain amount of challenge. But having said that, I mean, look at from example and from a private banking perspective, right? A large amount of wealth is being created from digital assets. So one way or the other, you got to understand this. The world has to find a way to live with it, regulate it in one form or the other, have some sort of a governance around it. So I think we're going to get there, except that I think it's moving so fast, right? Again, going back to things like digital keys, we've already now seeing there is something called the core key and a shadow key. So you could have two keys in which the second key does not give access to everything else. So there are multiple things that are happening. If you looked at the whole decentralized finance themes, which I think is really going to be the big future, which is digital assets, so to speak, as against the cryptocurrencies. I think, again, it's from what it was a year back to now, it's a completely new world, right? So I think it's very aggressive in its growth. Regulation is going to lag quite a bit. And we have to somehow, the players who are part of this ecosystem, which includes us, will have to find some way of bridging it, right? So I think it's going to be interesting, but challenging. So I think all of these are there.